Hi, I'd appreciate any suggestions or advice you have about how I flew a practice approach to Airglades, that's to India Sierra, in southern Florida. This was the RNAV13 approach. I picked it up at signal, held 4,000 feet up to Nish, did a descent from 4 to 3,000 using the vertical speed control on the Garmin500, and then changed from nav mode to approach mode as I approached Ahor and allowed the Garmin500 to pick up the glide path on its own, which happened about 1 minute after passing Ahor. So here's the approach plate. You can see I am in the leg signal to Nish, holding at 4,000 feet. I'm in nav mode, altitude select 4,000, but with 3,000 bug for the descent on the next leg. Fast forwarding, we come down to the corner. I handled the descent section by moving, staying in lateral mode nav, vertical descending on a vertical speed indicator of -1, 2, 3, 400 feet using the trim wheel. The airplane commenced the turn to the left and commenced descending, and the entire leg was flown without incident. The real issue is getting set up for the next leg. Just before making that turn, I changed the mode from nav to approach. Question for all of you, is that when you make that adjustment? And then the G5, I'm showing altitudes and glide path in white. Unlike some prior approaches where I seemed to blow up the system and tried to force the descent to the next minimum altitude, I just left it in approach mode and let it look for the glide path. After about a minute and a half on this next leg, glide path went from white to green, and the G500 header unit stayed consistently lit the whole time using the approach button, and it wasn't until I got all the way down to the go round that anything on that G500 unit changed. So here we are making the next to the last leg. Just picking up, all right, where you see here on the screen, glide slope goes from white to green, and the G500 begins tracking the glide slope. Here it's white, and there it goes to green. Nothing changes over on the G500 control unit, but we do begin the descent and cross over the next named waypoint. I noticed on the go-round that the GPS 500 control unit went to flight director only. In other words, the approach light went off, but remained on for the autopilot, flight director mode, and the airplane pitched up. The one big question I have is on my Garmin 430, why I never saw the suspend sign come on so that I could unsuspend and fly the mist. But because of the way traffic was happening, I had to turn out of the area anyhow, never got all the way to the airport. Maybe that's the reason I didn't see suspend. I'm new to this system, so all comments and suggestions are welcome. November 201 Tango Yankee, out.